Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. So I'm back now from my trip and I've been getting reorganized and unpacking and everything like that. And today, as I've been settling in and recalibrating, I've been picking up very, very strongly on a specific divine feminine collective. So I've been getting that for a specific group of divine feminines, you are in the midst of what my guides are calling the biggest breakthrough of your life. Now, the thing about this breakthrough is that ironically, it's felt like a breakdown at times because the messages that I'm getting are centered around the transmutation of energy and how you in this situation are the master transmuter. So there's something here that has actually felt very heavy. I'm hearing it's been plaguing you. So maybe it's something that's been bothering you or something that's been weighing on you or just been on your mind. And this has felt like a negative or like an obstacle for you or like a problem that I feel you internally have been struggling to solve, something that you may have been worried about. But I'm getting that the entire time you've been going through this, you've had this inkling of knowing that every obstacle carries within it an equal benefit, an equal proportion to the obstacle. And that's actually what transmutation is all about. It's about finding the benefit in the obstacle. And I'm getting that for some of you, whatever this is specifically, for a while, you may have tried to work it out through the mind or with action, but I'm getting that you are now being guided to work with the energy of it, to see it as something to be energetically transmuted rather than something to be solved at the level of the mind. And what I've been getting is that quote about how you can't find the solution at the same frequency as the problem. So as long as you're in the problem frequency, so to speak, fixated on everything that feels like it's negative or feels like it's going wrong, it's very difficult to see the solution. And I'm even getting the concept of tunnel vision. So this is how you may have felt for a very long time. Like something about this was giving you tunnel vision that it was really difficult for you to solve or to figure out. And I'm hearing it's because you were never meant to figure it out, so to speak, at that level of the mind. And the feeling I get is that there are multiple things at play here. First of all, I heard something about all restrictions being lifted. So this issue or this point of anxiety may have been around something that you felt was out of your control, but was somehow blocking you or sabotaging you or restricting you in some way. This could have been just the general sense that anytime you would try to move forward and take action or make changes, you would somehow feel as though you were experiencing backlash or you weren't getting the desired result and you couldn't quite figure out why. But it also might be very specific to something in your life that felt like it came with restrictions or parameters that you couldn't really work your way out of. And so the sense I get is that there's an element of divine timing here where you are reaching this point now as of whenever you find this video where those energetic restrictions are being lifted. And I'm hearing they served their purpose. So these quote unquote restrictions, spiritually, energetically, emotionally, maybe even literally for some of you, served some sort of purpose. And I'm hearing the purpose that they served was the unraveling. So there's something that had to be deeply unraveled from within you to push you to some place of surrender. And so it happened within the container of these walls, so to speak, these things that felt like limiters or restrictions. And so that's one side of the equation. One side of it is here that there's been a divine timing aspect at play where something within you had to be deeply unraveled before these restrictions or limitations could be released. And I feel like now is the time when those are being lifted and you're going to feel like life is a breath of fresh air to you. There's this sense of massive relief. I'm literally hearing a sigh of relief coming in because it feels like all at once that this thing that once felt like an unsolvable problem just dissolves itself. The restrictions are lifted and everything starts moving in the right direction for you, whatever you consider to be the quote unquote right direction, because of course this will apply differently for different people. And as I always say, use your intuition in these readings. Only take what does resonate for you personally, because I do channel into a lot of different groups, people, energies, and situations. But what I'm getting is that now you are upon the biggest breakthrough of your life, but it has to do with, it's like the other side of the coin of whatever this obstacle or this challenge was. So what I'm getting is you're going to connect the dots looking back and see that you were only able to experience this massive up-leveling or this benefit or this asset, this blessing that's coming into your life because of the hardship or because of that challenge or that thing that was really bothering you. I'm hearing that it shed light on something that you would not have been able to see otherwise. And looking back, you're going to be able to connect the dots and you're actually going to be grateful in a sense for this obstacle or whatever this was, because it actually shed light on something that I'm hearing not only dissolves or resolves whatever the quote unquote problem was, but it gives you the key to unlock a whole new level of your reality. The visualization I kept getting along with this as well was of the quantum elevator. We've talked about the quantum elevator before, and it's this concept that the way you're manifesting at this point is very different from how you manifested in the past. So you're going to notice that as opposed to when you were more in the 3D and you would manifest by walking a staircase metaphorically, one step at a time, exerting a certain amount of action and effort to get that one step forward, and every single step is equivalent and it leads you just a little bit higher. Rather than manifesting in that form, you're going to find that you're manifesting via what I've coined the quantum elevator. So this is where you're experiencing a certain level of your reality. That level is based on your current paradigm, both your limiting beliefs and also your more empowering beliefs, your view, your lens of the world. It's creating a frequency that you are emanating that is then allowing you to experience reality at a certain level. So everyone on the planet is on the same physical earth in the way that in this metaphor, everyone is in the same physical building, but there are different levels to the building. And just like if you're on a different level from someone in a building, you will not necessarily be able to easily communicate with them or cross paths with them until they rise to your level. In the same way, you are going to find that while you're on the same physical earth as many other people on this planet, you may feel like you're passing each other by, like you're not quite able to get through to each other, to communicate easily, to interact easily, because you're in the same building, but you're on different levels. That was just a little bit of an aside here. But when it comes to manifesting, your frequency determines the level of the building you're on. And then you're on that level for a while, often integrating, often you are peeling back the layers of different forms of programming that are keeping you at that level, and you're rewiring them, you're rewriting those programs, you're getting accustomed to the rewritten programs, the shift in your belief systems to an even higher level. You're starting to practice emanating that frequency in a more stable way. And once it stabilizes within you, once you stabilize a higher level frequency on your current level for long enough, those quantum elevator doors open, you step in, and you are catapulted up in a quantum leap fashion to a higher experience of your reality. So what I'm getting is that you've been on this level for a while. You've been kind of cracking the code, so to speak. And I'm actually getting that for a while, you may have gotten worried because you thought, am I ever going to rise above this level? You felt deep in your soul that you were not done, that there were higher levels for you to reach, but you also felt like you, for whatever reason, weren't really able to access them. I'm getting in the past, you would step into that quantum elevator and up level fairly frequently, but now it felt recently like it's taken a really long time, like you've been sitting on this level, trying to integrate, trying to shift your energy to a higher one for quite some time. But what I'm getting now is often the longer you have to spend integrating and raising your frequency and stabilizing a higher level, the bigger that quantum leap will be for you when it happens. And so now if you found this video, you are a divine feminine experiencing that quantum leap moment where you are catapulting to a higher level. I literally got a message from your ancestors and I wrote it in my journal because the message said simply, "She's ready." And I heard this from your ancestors. So of course you may or may not be a woman, a female, but you have the dominant feminine energy within you. We all have a balance internally of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but this reading is specifically created for divine feminines. So those that resonate more with that as their dominant energy. This is just how the message was translated shorthand. She's ready. So you can take that to connect with whatever your gender is. But I felt like this was so simple, but so powerful because it's like your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever divine forces you're working with, they've been behind you this whole time. And it's almost like they've been waiting for you to have this moment of breakthrough where everything would start to turn in the right direction, where everything would start to make sense, where you would see this solution within the problem. And again, a key message here is this solution isn't just solving the problem. It's actually literally catapulting you to a higher level of your own reality. It's the key to opening those quantum elevator doors and experiencing a quantum leap in your life. And I feel that whenever you find this video, you're either right on the brink of that, or I kept hearing something about 24 hours, like you may have just had this breakthrough within the last 24 hours. I'm hearing it may start mental, but turn physical. So it may be some kind of major like aha moment in your mind where something just clicks for you. And I'm hearing that it's going to feel so simple and so obvious that you're almost going to wonder, how did I not see this before? Or how did I not realize it before? But again, it's because there were these restrictions energetically and spiritually in place that I'm hearing intentionally kept you in this place where you could internally prepare yourself to be the person inside that you needed to then be able to sustain the effects of this breakthrough when it happened, which it's now happening for you because you're ready for it. You're ready. And so it's happening. So let's go ahead and pull a couple cards here to see what else I can pull through from this. If this is resonating, then I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community here on YouTube. I often channel divine feminine readings, divine masculine readings, as well as soulmate and twin flame readings as well. So I would love to have you here. I also would like to create more podcast content for the divine feminine. So I'm really excited to share that with those of you who do specifically resonate with the divine feminine and would like assistance tapping more deeply into your own power. So be sure to subscribe for more of all of that. Yeah, attachment. I feel like there is some kind of major heavy energy that I'm getting is literally being spiritually extracted from your field at this time. I saw glasses in my mind's eye, so maybe someone wears glasses, but I'm also just getting the message of like the feeling of when you put on glasses for the first time and you have bad eyesight and suddenly you see the world so clearly that you think, wait, has everyone been seeing the world this clearly? How could I not see like this in the past? That's how this breakthrough feels to you. It feels like putting on glasses for the first time and realizing, I'm hearing 20/20 vision, realizing what it's like to have perfect vision spiritually and energetically, to see something so clearly. I'm also hearing something about people coming out of the woodwork to support you with caring connections in the upright position. I may be speaking to a divine feminine who has spent a great deal of time feeling as though no matter what she tried to do, she was always struggling to attract in people who really loved and saw her and supported her on a deeper level. This also seemed to have something to do with these restrictions that were placed around you. I'm hearing it's not that your people didn't exist, it's that they couldn't really quite get to you or access you back then. And the reason for this was actually part of your soul contract here on earth, because it seems as though your soul chose to walk a path that would be very lonely and isolating at times for the purpose of becoming very deeply familiar with your own energy, sharpening your own frequency without the distraction from others. And while it's been very difficult for you, I'm also hearing that if you hadn't undergone this, I'm hearing individuation process as a soul, where you were isolated for the purpose of sharpening your frequency, you would not be emanating an energy as powerfully as you are today. But now is the time where that phase, that sharpening phase, so to speak, is over. And so you're going to notice that people begin pouring into your life who are like you or who are similar to you on a soul level, who think like you or who see the world in the way that you do, where you don't feel like you're constantly needing to push back or like almost fight against the current to stay connected socially or to have friendships or relationships. Because I feel like now it's almost like this unmasking is happening because your energy is ready for it, because you've gone through that energetic individuation process as a soul. You fully know who you are. You're unshakable within that knowing. And so it's like part of when your ancestors say you're ready is them also saying you're ready now to meet your soul family. You're ready to attract in people who truly get you and understand you and resonate with you on a soul level into your life. And understandably, when this begins to happen, you may actually initially feel a little bit cautious or hesitant or uncertain, and know that this is completely normal because your system is accustomed to, in the past, attracting in people who ultimately drained your energy or felt like distractions, or that you ultimately had to walk away from, because all along you subconsciously held this knowing that you as a soul were here on the planet to go through this powerful isolation, this individuation, to really get to know who you are in your own energy. So you're going to hesitate when people come into your life that you desire to connect with or spend time with or give energy to. But what you are going to find as you play around in those new connections and follow what feels good is that these are going to be people who actually inspire you and amplify who you are rather than diminishing who you are. And I'm hearing that's how you will know. That's how you will know these are your people, because their presence will actually amplify and brighten and expand your light that you've already cultivated within yourself, that you are so deeply familiar with, rather than diminishing it or making you feel as though you need to shrink to be around them. That is how you will know the difference. And I feel like there are more messages about what you are ready for, so to speak, what is coming into your life. So let me tap into that. But also, I want to share with you that if you are a divine feminine, I have created a really powerful subliminal meditation for the divine feminine specifically, and this is called magnetic feminine energy. This subliminal is designed to tap you into your true goddess power, and I just pulled the sacral chakra card, which is all about staying in the moment, which is also what this card helps you to do, to stay fully rooted and present in the moment, to have that lit up activated sacral chakra energy that becomes the creative generator of your life, that allows you to easily step into that flow state that geniuses tap into when they create or write or paint or do whatever it is they're doing with their lives. It helps you to access that more easily by rewiring your subconscious mind for effortless manifestation, for ease, for abundance, for love, for self-love, for attracting in positive experiences and interactions and adoration and opportunities into your life. So this subliminal will really, really help you to get back into that flow as a divine feminine. I love listening to this every single morning as part of my morning routines. It really makes me feel so positively magnetic all day long. So if you want to try it free for yourself for 7 days. You can try it out by creating a free trial account in my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. So as you can see on the screen, within this app, I have over 150 subliminals for love, relationships, appearance, business, money, and so many other things as well. And when you create a free trial account in the app, you can listen to any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations while you're listening, and you can create your own custom private playlists as well. Subliminals have been my personal most powerful tool for shifting my subconscious belief programs, magnetizing my energy, and manifesting in my life. And the app has over 1,600 reviews now and a 4.9 star overall rating in the Apple App Store. So many people are seeing so many results using these subliminals I've created as well. And the link to get started for free is in the pinned comment and description box below. So yeah, with the sacral chakra in the upright position, I see this, I'm hearing action in the moment. I feel this card really speaks to you allowing this breakthrough and the positive energy it's going to bring to you to motivate you, or I should say really to inspire you forward to take action in the moment. So pay attention to these impulses, and the more you stay connected with the moment, with your sacral chakra, with yourself, with even your physical body, which of course naturally staying connected to your body as a divine feminine really gets you in tune with the present moment, with your sacral chakra energy. But all of that is really going to help you to maximize this breakthrough, because you're going to be able to become more psychic in a sense, because you can only receive those psychic inspirations through the present moment. And I'm also getting a general message about how many divine feminines artificially dampen their psychic abilities or dilute them by disconnecting from their own physical bodies, by, in a sense, like either feeling very negative about themselves and their body and criticizing parts of themselves, or they might not nourish themselves or care for themselves in the ways that their body is asking for, or they may disconnect from their body's intuition for the sake of pleasing others. And this is one of the major ways that divine feminines dilute their psychic gifts, because our body is what keeps us rooted and present here on earth in the moment. And we can only receive psychic downloads and insights through the present moment. So the body acts as a kind of portal. And so the more you as a divine feminine can connect with your physical vessel, with your body, nourish it, care for it, move it as it feels good, embrace it, love it, adore it, worship it, the more that you can do that, the more you can actually open and expand your psychic gifts and abilities as well. So that was just a little bit of a message coming through here. I feel this breakthrough is happening no matter what. So it's not like anything you're doing is somehow going to stop the breakthrough or any of that kind of fear mentality. But I am picking up that this is another way that you can maximize really experiencing the full-blown positive effect of this breakthrough that is happening for you. So I'm going to go ahead and close the reading here. If this did connect for you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I post here on YouTube. Let me know in the comments what connected for you. I love this beautiful community we have and reading through all of your lovely comments in the comments section. Of course, you can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, and you can now listen to my channeled songs on my Spotify. So my artist name is Songs by Infinity, and I am a singer-songwriter as well as doing these readings. So I channel music and lyrics, and many of these are orchestrated for the divine feminine specifically. So you may find a message in one of my songs as well, and the link to my Spotify is below. If you do want to utilize my subliminal to really magnetize your energy as a divine feminine, the information and the download link for that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.